Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to discuss the next question of our agriculture optional answer writing practice series. And the question for today is describe the important measures to measure the size of farm business. So what are the measures through which we can measure the size of a farm business? So this is the question, and I think questions like this are asked in UPSC. Okay, and every time there are chances that one question would be about farm management, it would be farm business or resource management in farm. So anything they can ask regarding farm management, so you should be prepared for it. And now let's see how we can approach the answer. So in introduction part, you can add that why we need to measure this, why you need to measure the size of farm business. You can add some points which why we require to measure, because we can compare the farms, comparing farms. Okay, this is why we need to measure our farm business, so that we can compare various farms. We can analyze profitability. Is our profit margins are up to the mark? Are we competitive enough? It can also help in making farm decisions. It can also helps to make various decisions, or you can write in farm decisions also only that how to use machines, what policy support is been offered by government. So all these things can help in measuring, or you can say all these things, these are the things through by which we measure the size of farm. So these are the requirements, that is why we need to measure the size of farm, and measuring the size of farm will help us in these things. Okay, comparing farms, analyzing profitability, making farm decisions. That is why we need to measure the size of our farm business. Now what are the measures? What are the measures that can help us to measure the size of farm income? So we will see those measures. Sorry. So we will see those measures. First one is the obviously land area. We can measure the land area, or you can say total area and cropped area. How much of the total area is cropped? So this we can measure, that how much of area is operated by farm, including owned. You can also include the owned area here, that which you owned plus leased. We can calculate the gross cropping pattern, or you can say gross cropped area, net sown area, gross cropped area. We can also calculate net sown area. Okay, so what is gross cropped area? It is the area sown once or during a year. Okay, or net sown area is that actual area sown during the year. Suppose there is a field and we are using 100% capacity of the field, and we have uh, uh, sown the crop 2 times here. So obviously what it will be 200%, because 100% for once, and second it will be of 100%, so that you should remember. So this is obviously important. So land area is one thing. We need to measure the land area, that can help us to understand the measure, or you can understand or measure the our farm business. Next would be the value of output. So it is the total monetary value of all goods and services produced in the farm. That is, what is the quantity of product we are producing in the farm? Not quality, it is the quantity. Quantity of product plus what is, or you can say into what is its market price. So this will help us to understand the value of output, and it will be a measure for our farm business. That it will help us to measure our farm business. Next, we can also go for value of capital investment. Value of capital investment, that is how much capital have we invested in land, in machinery, in irrigation, in building something, in livestock. Okay, So it also shows financial commitment and modernization level of farm, which will affect our business. So this is another thing. Next, obviously we can also one factor could be labor use. Okay, how much labor has been used, how much man days or how much labor hours used per area. It can include both family labor and hired labor. So it helps us to understand the labor intensity and employment generation capacity of the farm, and that will also enhance our business, or you can say enhance our farm business, and so it could be act as a measure and could help us in measuring our farm business. Next, number and type of livestock. Number and type of livestock. How much livestock we have. Okay, livestock units we have, and that will also help us to understand that are we doing mixed farming systems or not, are the livestock contributing to income and sustainability or not. So all these things can help. Obviously, next you can mention farm power availability. Farm power availability. Obviously, farm power is an important component. If there will be less power, it will affect our business, obviously. So you should know that how much power the farm is using, how much kilowatts per hectare the farm is using. Okay. And so its importance is that it indicates the mechanization level and operational efficiency. If the farm power is available in lot amounts, it will enhance mechanization. The farmer will use machines, and that will enhance productivity of farm businesses. So this can be another measure. Next, obviously, we can measure cropping intensity. Cropping intensity. So what is this cropping intensity? It is the gross cropped area by net sown area into 100. So this is the cropping intensity, and it will help us you to measure the cropping patterns, or you can say how much the land is properly used, what kind of crops is used, and what is the productivity, or you can say efficiency of the land. All these things can be measured using cropping intensity. And we can also measure the income generated, how much income is generated from the farm. How we will measure? We will just note down the total revenue and minus our expenses, minus our all expenses, subtract our all expenses. So it will reflect the land productivity and profitability, and it could be a kind of direct measure of farm business. So income generation can be a direct measure. Directly you can measure, oh, this much of income is generated from this much of land. So it can be a direct measure. Next, you can also mention about marketable and marketed surplus. Marketable and marketed surplus. Obviously, market will play a role, because it doesn't matter how much production you are or how much productivity you have, but if you don't favor the market, don't favors you, your farm business will not be on the track. So it will help us to indicate commercial orientation of the farm. Is it market oriented or not? It will help us to understand the portion of output level for sale. Okay, after our consumption, because there will be some farm consumptions, there will be some family consumptions. So after that, how much marketed surplus is left out which can be sold. So this can also be a measure. And next, obviously, income generated is a direct measure, so you should remember. So I think this much, I think 8-9 points will be enough. And in the conclusion part, you can write that how combination of physical, economic, and labor related measures could be used to comprehensively evaluate the size and performance of farm business, and how a profitable farm can be good for farmer, and if the farm is not profitable, how by measuring the farm business and suggesting ways we can make it profitable. So all these things can be mentioned in the conclusion part. So that is all for today. I hope you understand all the sub parts of the question. So that is all for today. If you like it, please press the like button. Please do share. Please do subscribe. It takes a lot of hard work to make such videos for you on a regular basis. And if you like, if you share, if you subscribe, it motivates us to make more such videos for you regularly. So that is all for today. Have a nice day. Thank you.